Uniform Oz here. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. As it's the end of 2025, I thought I would give you a brief, and I am trying to be brief, rundown of the journals I have made or have worked in this year. So some of these are art journals, some of these are junk journals, some of these are a combination of both. And when you actually pile them up, it looks quite a lot. So I'm a bit shocked at the amount of stuff I've done, but not really. I don't come in my studio every day, but I do come in most days. So I'll separate them into a couple of piles. Journals I have made, and I have made most of them. So these are Ranger journals. This is my big journals and two small journals. I've had these two since about 2016 and I'm still working in them. This one is nearly full, but this one has still got a way to go. And this one I got a few years later and it's only got a couple of pages. So I have worked in this big journal during the year, not always in order. Sometimes I start at the front, and I only did that one the other day. But it's been a long journey for this one, and it is a big journal, so I tend to try and have ideas of what to do with that. I really like this size. Again, this is another journal that I've only got a couple of pages left. And I worked in this one. I do like the quality of this paper. This size is quite a good one. I don't necessarily work front to back. Sometimes I work in the middle or where I find a background I've done and haven't finished. So that's another one. I did say I was trying to be brief. This one I'm still working in. I'm trying to organise some New Year pages. Haven't quite got there yet, but I will get there. So this one, I do like the size. I also like the landscape. I think it gives me other options where this one is in a portrait style. So it's nice to have those options. So I've worked in this one over the years. I wouldn't say I've done a lot in these ones. So let's have a look at the journals that I have made. The only one I haven't made out of this pile is this Ravenclaw journal, which I did get as just a lined book. I glued pages together to make them more substantial, and I've started decorating. I have done quite a few pages in here at the moment. I will probably use it as my reading journal to write down all the books I read for the year. I've got one that's still going. I made it a couple of years ago and it's not quite full, so I'll be moving on to that one. The other journals I made at the start of the year, I made the little doggy one because I do love dogs. So this is my little doggy one. I still haven't finished it, but I'm working on it and getting there. It's just made out of 300 GSM art paper. Another one I made out of some very fibrous paper was the something fishy going on, so a fish themed journal. It is in a landscape format. It's a lot of fun working in this, doing different things, of course. Another one I made because I wanted to was out of envelopes. So I got given boxes and boxes of these plain envelopes, so I glued them together and put pockets in them and kept it in a blue theme. I haven't done a lot of decorating, but I will probably use that for something else. Start of the year, I excuse me, I'm full of hay fever. Started this journal. It's just made from recycled packaging paper and scrapbooking paper, and this became my steampunk journal for this year. Of course I haven't finished it. I rarely finish a journal in 1 year. I do like to work in all different kinds of mediums and journals. This one I made by using business envelopes. I opened them up, glued them together, and it's a little bit rustic. I'm still in the middle of decorating it. It is obviously ocean themed. It's got envelope windows. I used some colours to dye the paper, so this is a bit of a mishmash of everything. Still putting it together. It's been a lot of fun, and it is a rather rustic, but that's a sea-themed journal. Another one I worked in a lot this year was this little nature diary. I made this one out of pages of a book. I actually really like it. It's been great fun working in it. Of course, it's nowhere near full, but I will get there. I do like this. It's a little junk journal, so I use lots of different bits and pieces and try to include lots of leftovers, so that one's still going. I made a journal for the Sisterhood of the Travelling Junk Journal. This was made from recycled paper and some scrapbooking paper, and it was passed around from person to person, and I had 5 ladies who worked in this journal. I actually really like it. Excuse me. And I've got a few more pages to work in this one, so I really like this one. I'm really happy to work with that one. Another one I made in the middle of the year was I gutted a book, pulled out heaps of papers, glued pages together because I wanted to paint in it. This is a very old novel. The paper was quite porous, but I actually think it's worked quite well. Again, you can see I haven't finished it, but I've enjoyed painting in that one. I made a travelling journal for my trip away. I have done a bit of writing in it. I'm not super happy with what I've done on the inside, so I might stick pages, collage over it and make it into something a bit special. At the moment, it's just got a bit of written stuff that I did today, which is pretty boring. Another one I made that I really liked was this bird journal. Some of them you can obviously see through my other videos. This one's done step by step. I have a huge amount of bird life in my garden, so I wanted to make a bird journal, and I've included all kinds of bits and pieces. I've started writing in it. I do want to write the stories about the birds I come across. This one I used elastic for the signatures, so I can take them out and arrange them if I have to. One of the ones I made because I really like it was I've been collecting genuine ledger paper for quite a while. Some of this is genuine ledger paper, other is home printed, so I've put it together. It's a mishmash of all kinds of papers. I actually do want to paint in this one. I just wanted to make sure that I finished a few of the other journals before I started working in a new one. That's just got a scrapbooking paper. And the other one I have made very, very recently, only in the last few weeks, is I thought I'd better do a little Christmas one. So this is a little Christmas journal that I have been doing. The base of it came as a pre-made journal, and I added extra pages to bulk it out. It's a bit of fun. I thought it would be a nice display. Have nowhere near finished it, but that's always another one. So that's the journals I made this year. I actually haven't counted them. I think it's a bit tragic that I make so many journals. What I would do with them, no idea. I give them away. I use them for my own thing. I have a bookcase full of journals because I just really, really enjoy doing art journaling. It's part of self-expression. It's part of what I do. And whether I give them away or keep them or pass them on to other people, it's just something that I do. Some of the journals I've made over the years have become very special to me, especially my bigger journals, because I mean they've had 10 years of work in them, so you can see the progression and all the different things I do, and it's nice looking back at the pages I've done and how my style has progressed, and things that I used to do and no longer do, and things I have learnt along the way. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of the journals. Some of these I will be working in next year, probably most of them that you can see on the table, because they're not finished, but that doesn't worry me. There's always something to do. So, have a good 2026. I hope you continue with your art journaling, or take up art journaling, or take up any kind of creative adventure, because that's what it's all about. Anyway, see you next time. Bye-bye.